kind of tend to avoid doing much in Create a Sim because honestly, I kind of feel like I'm not that good at it. I'd like to believe that I'm pretty good at building realistic looking houses in The Sims, but I am definitely not good at making real people in The Sims. I have no clue how people make those Sims on the gallery that look exactly like real life celebrities. This is just not a skill set that I have. I can't like look at a Sim and think, oh, you know, their lips are wrong and their nose needs to be wider to make it more realistic. I can't look at a face and figure that out. I feel like I can't even make myself in The Sims accurately. It's just not my thing. I have genuinely taken to using Eliza Pancakes with brown hair as a Sim self sometimes. Granted, this is mostly a joke, like the meme just being that I look like Eliza Pancakes. I feel like it kind of says a lot that I would rather use Eliza Pancakes as me than make myself in the game. But today we are getting over our fears and I'm gonna try and make a more accurate looking Sim self. And honestly, I think part of the problem is that when I look at the facial features of a Sim, I want to like exaggerate what I believe are my negative qualities. Like for example, I always thought that I had like a giant ugly nose, and so when I make myself in The Sims, I'm like, okay, give her a giant ugly nose. But in reality, it's just not like that. Like I'm exaggerating my insecurities in the game. One thing is for certain though, very pale, like very pale. I've also got a decent amount of freckles on my face. I think this one is probably a pretty good representation of that, and green eyes. That one I can do for sure. The rest, I'm not so certain about. I feel like I need to like take a picture of my face so I can just stare at it while I'm doing this. I might actually do that. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, you don't need to see that, but I can see that. You can just look here. I think that these eyebrows might actually be kind of accurate, maybe like a little bit flatter. And I've got slightly lighter hair. I've always used this hair color and then that base game hair. It's not quite what my hair looks like, but it's kind of close enough. It's like the same vibes. This is where I get lost because I look at like the cheeks and I have no clue what my cheeks look like. And I even looking at this picture, I don't know how I'm supposed to make it look accurate. Or like my chin, I'm staring at this picture of my real life chin and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Is that one fine? You know, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna say that my face shape is good. It's really like the eyes, nose, and mouth that we need to worry about. I won't lie though, I'm kind of staring at like the mouth in this picture and then the mouth on this Sim, and it kind of looks right. Is it bad for me to just like leave it? It feels accurate, maybe a little bit smaller. I do have a very small mouth. Oh no, I ruined it. Oh no. Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm just not gonna touch it. So my nose kind of has like a bump on it. And this is why I struggle so much with making it in The Sims, because I don't really know how to like accurately convey this. Like, I don't know if you can see on my side profile, but it's like kind of got a bump right there. We don't really have that in The Sims, like at all. And I don't really know how to make it in The Sims, because I don't even think that when I drag it out, like there's not really an option for that. Oh, I guess that makes it kind of have a little, that's just not right though. Do you see why I struggle so much? And then I'm like looking here at my own nostrils and I'm like, what, are they supposed to be wider? Like, I just don't know how to do this. Okay, thoughts on my ears? Do I make them like bigger, or I don't know. Thoughts on my ears is a very weird thing to say in a YouTube video. Actually, I take that back. Please don't comment on my ears. I'm not currently accepting comments on my appearance at this time. You can keep that to yourself. You can just store that up here instead of in my YouTube comments. Okay, here's what my eye looks like up close. How do I convey that in The Sims? I am going to go through literally every single eye preset to try and figure this out, because I have never ever in my life thought this much about my eyes. But I'm going to go through every single one. You know what? I think that one might kind of work. Maybe if I make it a little bit more like circular. I feel like that kind of checks out. Are they too wide now? Did I ruin it? I think that kind of looks like me. I'm sorry. I'm just like staring at myself from afar, trying to see if anything feels wrong. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm still no good at cast, but it's okay. I'm kind of boring when it comes to like makeup and accessories and stuff, because for example, I only ever wear like mascara and eyebrow stuff and that's it. So I probably wouldn't give my Sim self any makeup. We can just pretend she's got mascara on and like drew on those eyebrows. I do have my ears pierced, but I don't really wear earrings that often. I have like one tiny pair of studs. They're not like little pearls like that. They're more like these, but I don't really like how they look in The Sims, so I'd probably just not use them. All right, talking about my body on YouTube. Did not expect this to be how I would spend my day. I'm pretty small. I'm not quite short, like I'm 5'5", but I'm pretty small. I'm also puny and weak, so I probably wouldn't give myself like muscles or anything. And let's be honest with ourselves, okay? I'm done now. I don't want to think about this anymore. It makes me feel weird. Now we get to do some shopping. We can think about clothing options. I guess you don't usually get to see my choice of pants. I'll be honest, I am currently wearing pajama pants, so we won't be doing that for my sim. I feel like I'm kind of a jeans person. Like I might go for something like this. I don't really ever wear skirts or dresses. That's not really my thing. I do also have some shorts like these. I don't wear a belt with them, but this is kind of cute, so maybe I should. Oh, maybe I'll do that for my hot weather outfit. Oh, no, you would not wear that, Simsie. Change. Okay, and maybe I should do hot weather first as like an ode to Florida. I live in Orlando, so let's be honest with ourselves again. We need to think about the hot weather. I feel very exposed right now, like talking you through my my fashion choices. Like for example, I think this top is so cute, but I probably wouldn't wear it. I don't really like tank tops. I feel kind of like weird in them. And I also probably wouldn't pick a top that like ties because I also feel kind of unsafe in it. I also don't love a V-neck. Like even this shirt that I'm wearing right now is a little bit too cropped and a little bit too deep of a V for me to feel comfortable wearing it outside. I feel fine wearing it for a video because you see me from like here up, you know, and it's okay. But I probably wouldn't wear this out. This kind of thing, like a tucked in t-shirt, this is more like it. This is an honest what I would probably wear outside. I don't really like any of these swatches though. They're like a little bit too bright for me. I don't like how that has a tie. I probably wouldn't wear that. I might wear something like this. I feel like I'd probably wear that out, maybe in the pink as well, but I don't think I'd wear that with these shorts. See, for example, I think this is so cute and I'd probably wear it, but it's a little bit too cropped. Like I think I would be uncomfortable wearing this. Oh, we could get a cat shirt. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll pick this one. This is cuter than the other one. It's not just like a plain white shirt, but it's the same cut and it's got like a little, is that a hamster? Or a cat, or what is that? I don't know, but it's my pick. And then even when it's hot outside, I'd probably just wear some like white sneakers. I won't lie to you, that's kind of the go-to for most things. I was gonna say I do wear rings, but I don't have them on right now. I promise I do wear rings. What does that one look like? I don't like that one. What does that one look like? Oh, it's a butterfly. No, I wouldn't, I don't have one like that. Okay, that one's pink. That diamond is very large. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. It's like bigger than her fingernails. That's a big stone, right? Oh well, I'll have a fancy ring. I do paint my nails sometimes, not always, but I think I'll give myself some nail polish. I don't really ever have long nails because, well, I bite my nails and also I peel off my nail polish. So I've got a big like picking problem at my fingers. So I'm kind of self-conscious of my hands. I'm gonna do cold weather next because this one is also amusing to me because of Florida. I feel like I should probably dress myself for like Florida cold weather, right? Not like actual cold weather. We're not going out in the snow. It's like January in Orlando kind of cold weather. I love a good sweater. I'd probably wear something like this, although maybe not. I don't like the neckline on this. Oh, I would wear this. I would definitely wear this. I'd probably wear it in videos too. You can just picture it, right? Like, okay, I don't like any of these jeans. I don't like any of the options. I feel like these ones are cute, but they're a little bit wider than I would go for. Oh, maybe these. Oh, I think that's a good fit. Let's be honest. We have the same pair of shoes that we wear everywhere. Yeah, cold weather outfit. Now I'm going to scroll through literally every single shirt in the game to try and pick my everyday outfit top. I really don't know what I would choose. I might go for a sweater again, to be honest. There are so many things in this game. Just so many things that you don't often think about. See, I might pick something like this. This one is kind of cute. Or maybe like this one because it's stripy. Oh, I wear a lot of stripes, let's be real. Yeah, in the green. I'd probably wear this. We have one single pair of shoes. We'll put that back. I might do some yellow nail polish for this outfit. I think that's cute. Yeah, I'll probably pick that over the pink sweater. I always really struggle with formal wear because one, I don't really get out much like to formal things, but also I just don't like wearing dresses. So when I look through this kind of stuff, I'm like, I don't know what I would pick. I'm so picky because usually I would go for something a little bit longer like this, but I also don't like tank tops like we discussed. So I don't really know what I would choose. I'd actually probably wear this. I think I would probably pick something like this. Oh, there's so many pretty colors. Maybe I would go for this color. I kind of have a dress like this. It doesn't have a pattern on it, but it's sort of a similar length and like neckline. See this one, I think this is kind of similar. I'd probably go for some shoes like these, like kind of a smaller heel, but still kind of cute. And I probably still wouldn't wear much makeup. Like maybe I'd put on some eyeshadow, but it would be like that, like not really noticeable. That's probably what I would go for. All right, athletic wear this we can do. I think I'm gonna give myself some leggings, like maybe some black leggings and a t-shirt. Honestly, this one is kind of cute. I always like kind of laugh at this shirt because it was like the Baby Ariel collab. Not to laugh at her, it's just funny that they did a collab like that, but it is kind of cute. It's kind of got a weird cut though. Like it kind of looks weird. I know they're kind of trying to go for like a ripped shirt sort of thing, but it doesn't look right. I do think I'll pick this, and then maybe I'll have some like different sneakers. Well, we have a second pair for this. Sleepwear, I would probably go for like the same vibe, although when I'm actually sleeping, I usually wear shorts. I have some green ones I wear a lot, but I don't like that color green. They're kind of a different sort of green. They're more like that sort of green. And again, I just kind of wear a t-shirt with that, but I'm really not a fan of any of these. Maybe I'll pick one of those shirts from the high school pack. Or like this one. This is kind of good, but I was sort of thinking something like this, like kind of like an oversized t-shirt with a computer on it, because I'm a gamer girl. You know what? Let's go with this. And also, I always wear socks to bed. I'm really sorry. I know that's offensive for a lot of you, but I always wear socks to bed. I never know how fancy to make party wear. Does anybody else have that struggle? I never know, like, what kind of party are we going to? Like, how party is this party? Maybe I'll wear this crop top for this, because I think that's pretty cute. We have, again, one pair of shoes. Yeah, I think I'd wear that. And oh, I've been avoiding swimwear because I don't like any of the swimsuits in this game. I mean, I like them, I just probably wouldn't wear them. If anything, I'd probably go for something like this, like a little bit longer. Or maybe, you know what, I'd probably wear this. I like the blue. And a lot of sunscreen, okay? Again, we're being honest with ourselves. I am very pale and very weak. All right, let's think about traits for a second, because I always go back and forth with these. Like, for example, I've been vegetarian for a very long time, like since I was like 15, but I don't know if I would pick that as one of my like only 3 personality traits. If we had 5, like The Sims 3, I probably would, but I don't think I'd pick that in The Sims. I think I'd prefer more like gameplay traits, because I can just have my sim not eat meat. You know, I'm definitely picking clumsy because we're being honest with ourselves, and I'm very. I think I might also pick overachiever. This is one of the new ones from the high school pack, and I feel very seen by it. Emphasis on the little harder to get along with his friends part. I kind of go between that one and socially awkward, but I think I prefer that one because it's got like a little hint of socially awkward. I might also pick high maintenance. Now, I don't mean to call myself high maintenance, but specifically the way that the high maintenance Sims act in game, I relate to very much. These Sims require extra work to keep in good condition. Their problems sometimes appear trivial and may even appear out of the blue. And they'll like get mad at the sun or just be angry for no reason. I don't mean to call myself like angry, but I do have anxiety, and I feel like it kind of is this way. Like this trait, it speaks to me. I also never know about aspiration, because I don't know if I would call any of these my like lifelong goal, but maybe like the computer whiz one, because I'm a YouTuber who plays games. I am so indecisive. I don't know my favorite color. I'm like, ooh, pink, purple, yellow, green. Hate red. That I know for a fact. Literally no clue about fashion likes and dislikes. Absolutely no clue. Activities. I think I enjoy a bit of video gaming. I think cooking is fun. I also enjoy baking. Terrible singer. Terrible singer. I'll say I dislike singing. And maybe that's my updated sim self. I think that this is good. I'm gonna stick me on the gallery in case you want to download her. I'm just gonna do it and get it over with so I don't have to think about it anymore, because otherwise I'll sit here and keep changing things. But I feel like this is me. I think this is accurate. I'm so curious to hear in the comments if you also struggle this much when it comes to making real people in The Sims. I feel like we all get in our own heads about ourselves especially, but like I am so terrible, even making like my parents or like my siblings, I suck at it. I am so bad at making Sims look real. Tell me, are any of you any good at that? I know there's quite a few of you probably. There's some artists in our group over here, but I am not one of them. And I think on that note, I'm gonna end this video right here. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, let me know, because I don't do a lot of cast stuff on my channel. Mostly I'm a builder, as we've probably all realized, but I'm trying from time to time. So thank you all so much for watching, and with that being said, I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. You know what, I will say, I think I like this version of my sim self a lot better than my last attempt. I did a way better job this time.